do you say, guys? What happens if those three methods from yesterday I just can't use? And I'm still going to have you guys factor. All right. I'm going to do a method called grouping today. Some of you may. I'm going to say no. Because as you guys know, the end of last year was total chaos. I don't even know if your algebra teachers got to grouping. If they did, it was probably just all over the place. Maybe they did and did a decent job. Great. So I'm going to show you a method called grouping. But before I show you this method called grouping, I want to show you how GCF actually works. Because I think in your mind right now, when you hear GCF, you take out a number. You take out a variable. Maybe you take out a number and a variable. But it's more to that, though. Right? It's just not those three things. Take a look at my first example here on part A. Everyone see how I have x times 2x plus 1 plus 7 times 2x plus 1. I want to keep factoring with you. That's not done yet. I could still keep factoring. I don't want you to distribute anything. You're going backwards with me. I want you to keep factoring. Do you notice on the left and the right, do they have something in common? What do they both have in common on the left and the right? 2x plus 1. That's a GCF. I could take it out. And that's the thing. You guys just aren't familiar with, you think you just take out a 2x or just a 1. I could take it all out. So in part A, I'm going to take out 2x plus 1 as my GCF. Because it's contained in both. And then as you guys know, what's left over goes in the other parenthesis. That's how I do GCF. Take out your GCF, and then inside your parentheses, whatever's left over. All right, so left side, what's left over on the left side? Take out the 2x plus 1, what's left over? X, and then I take out the 2x plus 1 on the right, and I'm left with 7. So now that's fully factored. Okay, now that's fully factored. So more than just a number, more than just a variable. Here we go. Part B. What do you notice on the left and the right? What's in common that I can take out as a GCF? That's what I was thinking. X minus 2. Good job. I'm going to start calling numbers here in a minute. X minus 2. Take the x minus 2 from each of them. Divide both by x minus 2. What do we end up with? 5x minus 4. Okay? So I'm just trying to show you, and this will lead into grouping here in a second, because this is a part of grouping, that you can take out more than a variable and a number. All right, ready for part C, this big dog? What's common on both sides? What can I take out as my GCF here? Woo! Let's go! 2, 4. Emily, what can I take out on both sides?
X minus 7.
Good job. X minus 7. Okay, now you guys start doing your own thing now. It's not 2 parentheses after that. Remember, okay, I took out the GCF. Everything now gets put in the same parenthesis. So I should see 2 different parentheses next to x minus 7. What's left over? X plus 5 plus x plus 1. After you take out the GCF, the rule doesn't change. I put everything left over in the same parenthesis. All right, combine your like terms for me. X minus 7 and 2x plus 6. We'll have our annual 4th period awkward stare down or awkward silence for you guys at home until somebody tells me what the deal is here. Anthony, sure. Yeah, can I do something with 2x? This is kind of like what Sophia asked earlier on the homework. Can I factor 2x plus 6 again? You can take out a GCF. What's the GCF, Anthony? 2. All right, so I take out a 2. X minus 7 stays x minus 7. Now, x plus 3. Watch out. I need it fully factored here, fully factored. Okay? Woo! How about this Algebra 2 business here? No joke next year. Oh, here we go. Maeve, what's up?
How do you know 2 times the x plus 3 times 2 rather than the x minus 7?
Say that again.
So we put down 2 times x minus 7 times x plus 3. How would you know to times the 2 by x plus 3 instead of x minus 7?
So basically you're asking me, why did I put the 2 out in front?
Yeah.
I could have put the 2 anywhere.
Okay.
I could have put x minus 7 times 2 times x plus 3. I could have put the 2 at the end. It just look, I don't know, to me, mathematically, it just looks better. Like when you take out a number, it should go as first, but I could have put that 2 anywhere.
Like, how would I know to not do 2x, like to make it 2x minus 14 rather than
Because,
2x?
okay, if you go 2x minus 14, now you have a GCF there. And you got to factor it. Like if you look inside the parenthesis right now, Maeve, there's nothing I can factor anymore. But if you pull this, 2x minus 14, I can still take a 2 out. You are fully factored when nothing else can be taken out of your answer. Okay? So I would never go back and distribute at the end, never. That just means you're going to have to take it out again. All righty? All right, and our fourth one here, D. What's common on both sides? There is a little trap here, though. There is a little trap. 8. Oh, Ryan, here you go. Now suck it up. Let's go. What can I take out of both sides, Ryan?
X plus 4.
X plus 4, yep. Everyone's agreed. All right, I'm going to take my time through the rest of it because there's a little trap here. What's left on the left? Take out x plus 4. You get? 2x plus 8. Everyone's all good? Be careful now. What's left on the right side after I take out an x plus 4? What do you think is left? A lot of people are going to write minus x minus 2, right? Watch. Ready? You took out the x plus 4. That's gone. That's my GCF. I pulled it out. What's left, guys? This right here is left. Minus or negative quantity x minus 2. What do I have to do with that negative sign? Yeah, apply it to everything inside here. So not only is it going to be minus x, it's going to be plus 2. See where that plus 2 came from? Because when you take out the GCF of x plus 4, that's what's left, is negative the quantity x minus 2. And then combine your like terms, I get x plus 10, I think. Yeah. Questions, comments? Look good? From here? I can't take out anything. X plus 10 and x plus 4. If you say take out a 2, I should be able to take out a 2 from both inside. I can't take it from the x. I got to be able to take it from both of them to be a true GCF. All right, everyone good? So you can take out more than just a number and a variable as a GCF. So what's the deal with this grouping method? All right, let's actually get to this grouping method. Look at problem A first. What's wrong with our methods from yesterday? GCF. Anybody see a GCF in part A? Anybody see a GCF you can take out? Nope. So there goes that method. How many terms does part A have? 4. So I can't do multiply to this and add to this because that's only for 3 terms. And let's be honest, difference of 2 perfect squares? No. So nothing I gave you guys yesterday works here. So I need a new method. And that new method's called grouping. How do I know when to group? I'll give you a very easy way to remember when to group. How many terms does it have? 4, and there's no GCF. Group, group, group. All right? 4 terms, no GCF. You can group. All right, how do you group? First step, you group. First 2 and the last 2, I'm going to group together. First 2 Last two, I'm going to group together. I then take a GCF from each grouping. So everyone look at my first grouping, x to the fifth plus 4x to the third. There is a GCF you can take out. Please let me know what it is.
You were to rewrite that out as you, like, would you put in parentheses x to the fifth plus 4x cubed, and then like plus between the parentheses, or do you just?
No, I include the sign.
Okay.
Include the sign. Yes, good question. Include the sign. 20 spot. See, Radhika, we'll call on you. What can you take out of that? What can you take out of that first one?
Would it be x to the third?
Yep. And then what would be left?
X to the second plus 4.
Good job. That's what happens when I take a GCF from the first one. What about the second grouping? What can I take out of the second grouping? Luke, what can I take out of the second grouping?
2.
What's left?
X squared plus 4.
Oh, x squared plus 4. We just spent the last 10 minutes working on this now. What do they both have in common on each side that I can take out as a GCF? X squared plus 4. They both have x squared plus 4 in common. Take it out. Times. What's left over when I take it out now? X cubed plus 2.
So that x cubed does not go up there with the other GCF?
No. And remember, I took my GCF out, right? I took my GCF out. Now I write inside the next parenthesis whatever's left over, which is x cubed plus 2. Okay, a couple things here because this was your first one. Grouping. Grouping method will only work if what's left over in your parentheses are the same. All right? Because I can't take a GCF out if they're not the same. So grouping only works if what's inside your parentheses is the same. Oh, good. What's inside your parentheses must be the same for you to continue grouping. If it's different, no good. Atticus. Sure. I still have another question. How about that x squared plus 4? Keep factoring it. Didn't we have a method yesterday? X squared plus 4? What?
Perfect square.
Oh, perfect squares I agree with. What was the first word in that method, though? The what of perfect squares, Vinny? Difference. Am I subtracting those perfect squares? No, we're done.
They're multiplying.
Oh, they're being added, right? That's not difference of two perfect squares, so I'm done. All right, I'm done. I know some of you may try to see x squared and 4 and get all nuts. Oh, x plus 2, x minus 2. Nah, I don't think so. That's it. We're done. Okay, that's as far as I can go. Whew. Everyone all right? That was only your first one. Doesn't make you great, Audrey. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I really do.
Part B. How many terms, guys?
Yeah.
4. Any GCF? Did you take anything out? Other than 1? No. So that's automatic grouping. 4 terms. No GCF. Here we go. Group them. First 2, last 2. What do you want to take out of the first grouping? 9 spot. Audrey, what do you want to take out of the first grouping? 9x squared. I like it. Let's take out a 9x squared. And what would you be left with? 2x is fine. But I have a 9x here, and you took the 9x squared out. Remember, you're dividing when you do this. 9x squared divided by 9x squared. I should still be left with plus 1. Okay, remember that. When you take the exact GCF out, you're still left with 1 inside. Okay? All good there? All right, well, what about the second grouping? It doesn't look like I can take anything out. But remember, you still need 2x plus 1 inside this other parenthesis. So what number can I take out so my result's going to be 2x plus 1? Woo! What can I take out so I'm left with a 2x plus 1? You can take something out. Oh, Sophia, what can you take out?
1.
Just 1? Here, if I take out just 1, I'm going to be left with negative 2x minus 1 again. But I need 2x plus 1.
Oh, right, it's negative.
Negative. Good find. Negative 1 I want to take out. Because taking out a negative 1 will change the signs. 2x plus 1.
But would that also change it so it's plus 1?
No, watch. Ready? Distribute. Negative 2x minus 1. Right? I get back what I originally had.
But just because you're taking it out, does not mean the sign before it changes.
No. Nope. All right. We see a 2x plus 1 in common. And then what's left over? Take out the 2x plus 1. What's left over? St. John, what's left over?
2x plus 1 times 9x squared minus 1.
Good job. Don't do this to me. You gonna save me, Anthony?
There's a difference in perfect squares.
9x squared minus 1. 9's a perfect square. 1's a perfect square. X squared is a perfect square. And now, unlike the last problem, I'm subtracting. So, hey, yeah, we got to keep going. 2x plus 1 from yesterday. What's difference of two perfect squares going to look like? Factor 9x squared minus 1 for me. 2's Hannah. 9x squared minus 1. What's that factor into?
3x plus 1 and 3x minus 1.
Great job. So I get it, guys. You got this new method of grouping, but may not be enough. Keep going. Keep going. All right, we got 2 down. Anything I can answer so far about grouping? You ready for C? All right. Good job, Caroline. If anybody is just putting parentheses around the first 2 and the last 2, what are you doing? You want to look at the original and tell me something? We're grouping only if it's 4 terms with no GCF. You guys see something there? There is a GCF there, so let's take it out first, right? Look for a GCF first. I know everyone, I get it. Everyone's eyes light up when you see 4 terms. Let's group automatically. Look for a GCF. Take out the 5. X cubed plus 2x squared plus 4x plus 8. Gotta look for that GCF first. Now group. Now inside the parenthesis you have 4 terms, no GCF. Okay, now you can group. Absolutely. I don't know how you want to show it. Brackets, another set of parentheses, whatever floats your boat. All right, let's group them. All right, my first grouping, what do you want to take out? Ryan, what do you want to take out of the first grouping?
Can you take out an X?
A little more than that. You got x cubed plus 2x squared.
Oh, I didn't see the squared. You can take out X squared.
Yep, take out an x squared. What's left?
X plus 2.
Yep. All right, so we know if we're grouping, hopefully whatever you take out next leads to an x plus 2 in the parenthesis. What do you want to take out next? Omni, what do you want to take out next?
4.
Take a 4. Good call. And what are you left with?
X.
Great job. Yeah. Hey, x plus 2s, right?
But you still have that 5 from 4.
Don't worry about it. All right? Don't worry. Don't steal my fire like usual here. All right, I got a plan for that thing. I got a plan. All right, so I could take out x plus 2. It's common on both sides. I'm going to be left with, after I take out x plus 2, x squared plus 4, which we're not going to touch. We already talked about that in part A. But, Sophia, why am I going to get a half point off probably?
You need to trade on that 5.
The GCF needs to be in your answer. Give it some love. All right. Okay. Everything has been nice and cute for us. We group the first two and the last two, and everything comes out to be magical. What happens when I group the first two or the last two, and there is no GCF to take out? What the heck? Look at this one. X squared plus AB minus AX minus BX. So we don't see a GCF. There is no GCF, and it's 4 terms. So we're thinking grouping. So everyone would group the first two. But does everybody see when you group those first two, there's nothing to take out? So you can't continue grouping if there's nothing to take out. If that's the case, one of your groupings does not have a GCF, rearrange the order. So they do. Okay, rearrange the order of the original problem so that you can take out a GCF from both. So that's what I'm going to ask you guys to do right now. Rearrange this so when I group the first two and the last two, I get a GCF in both. All right, so that happens. It happens. Welcome to Honors Algebra 2. You group the first two and the last two. You can't take a darn GCF out. So reorder the puzzle for me. All right, what's your new order here? Something that works. Hi, Caroline. Hi.
I did AB minus AX and then plus X squared minus B.
Okay, so just let me write. Here you go. I got in black. I'm just going to reorder myself, but keep your pairs together. Caroline's doing x squared with negative bx, and then she's doing ab with negative ax. That's fine. Okay? Make sure your sign moves too with it. All right? The sign moves with the term. I think that's going to work here, right? Let's take a look. I'll group the first two and the last two. This is not the only reordering you could have had too, by the way. This is not the only one. All right, so let's see here. I can take out an x in the first one and be left with x minus b. And I can take out an a. Ooh, no, I can't. Ooh, I can't. Did everyone see that? Watch, ready? I take out an a. I'm going to be left with b minus x. That's not the same. Did somebody adjust? Don't adjust Caroline's order. That's fine. Maybe I don't want to take out an a, though. Because everyone see that leads me to, uh-oh. What's up, Quincy? Or if I took out a negative a, and that would change the signs. Ready? So let's take out a negative a, and then I'd be left with negative b plus x. But, Carlino, that's not the same. Look, they don't match. They don't match. Yeah, they do. Positive x, negative b, negative b. We're fine. Okay, we're fine. Everyone all right there? Okay, let's finish this now. So I have x minus b. That's my g, or negative b plus x, if you want to write it that way instead. And then what's left over? X minus a.
The way I originally wrote it down was like X squared minus AX plus AB minus B.
Okay, so here you go, ready? So you did x squared minus ax. Go ahead, keep going.
Plus AB minus AX.
Okay.
I just couldn't get the second one. I don't know how you would change it up.
Okay, so you took an x out, right? X minus a, right? So you tried to take a b out, right? But if you take a b out, it's a minus x. And notice, Sophia, they have opposite signs, don't they? The x is negative, the x is positive, the a is negative, the a. See how they have opposite signs?
Yeah.
So then you can adjust that by not taking out a b, but a negative b instead. Now you'll be left with the opposite sign, negative a plus x. All right?
Oh, I didn't realize the A would be negative in my case.
Because watch, hey, if Sophia, if you're, and this goes out to everyone too, if you're ever concerned if you took out the right number, redistribute it. Watch, negative b times negative a. Positive, right? Positive ab. So just redistribute if you think you took out the wrong GCF. Anybody else? Issues? So the point of that problem is if you group and you can't take a GCF out, try to reorder it. Reorder it. All right, last one. Where's the mistake? Somebody tried to use grouping and they made a mistake somewhere. Where is it? And you know, it's understandable if you don't think they made a mistake, but they did. So take a look at their work. Where did they make a mistake? So it looks like they tried to group. All right, so let's talk. Where did the mistake happen? Well, let me start from the beginning. They grouped, right? They grouped. They took a 2x squared out and got x plus 5. That's fine. They took a 7 out and got x plus 3. No issues. Anybody see the problem, though? Yeah, Sophia, what's the problem?
They put the x and the x plus 5 and the x plus 3 together.
Yeah, is there a GCF to take out now? No. You can't group this problem because as we know, what's inside the parenthesis here got to be the same. You can't take anything out of it. Right here, does everyone see? There is no GCF you can take out. None. So they tried to force the grouping, but it could not happen. So right here, no GCF to take out. That's the point I've been trying to make to you guys all class.
So your answer is just n that first.
That's about as far, I guess that's about as far as you go. I would probably go back and show you guys a new method to factor that, but for now, yeah, that's about as far as you can probably go. Or it's not factorable. All right. But again, grouping, you need what's inside the parentheses to be the same. Kyle, go ahead.
When you're doing the grouping, can you change the order of the numbers or no?
What do you mean the numbers? The terms all have to go together. Like in this example here, we just did on number 4, like 2x to the third has to remain 2x to the third. Whether you put it first, second, third, or fourth, I don't care. But the 2, the x, and the 3 have to travel together.
No, I mean like just the 2x cubed. Can you move that to like the fourth?
Yeah, you can. That's what we did in exercise 3. You can move them around. Yeah, absolutely.
So does that mean for like exercise 4, since it doesn't work doing that order, are we going to be moving them around to see if it works in any other order?
Well, in this case here, if you see that it's you can't group here, maybe I would try at least one other grouping, like 2x to the third and maybe 7x, and then 10x squared and 21. See if that comes out to be something you can group. And if not, probably it's not going to work after a second try. I don't know if I answered your question or not.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Okay. All right, anybody else? Questions? Okay, you guys in class, go ahead, get started. Pages 11 and 12, grouping method. You guys at home, make sure it's done by tomorrow. We got a quiz, last quiz of the year, in 1 week from today or tomorrow, depending on when you're taking it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be safe, be smart. See ya. Anybody see those birds just popping their heads in here?
I like to hear.
Good thing there's a screen there. It would have been a little chaotic in here. I would be going some kung fu on some birds.
You know those people who scare birds?
No. But if they're coming right towards me, probably I would be a little nervous, yes. And have to defend myself any way possible.
When it says be careful with things that involve subtraction,
Yep,
I don't know what you do different from like D.
nothing. Because
Because
it's just -3 and that's it. But once you get down to D, where it's going to be minus a whole term in a parenthesis, then we got to be careful. But if it's just minus a number, you don't have to worry about anything.
so in that first step, like that goal just doing that one step, is that another method or is that like not factoring that completely?
Say that again.
This first part, is this
Yeah.
a different?
No, it's just, all it is this is basically the middle step in grouping. I'm trying to get you guys in the habit of seeing something in common on both sides, taking it out, and then in parentheses, writing what's left over. Because you end up with this step in grouping. All right, that's maybe our second step, third step in grouping, and I need you guys to realize, oh, now I can take out an x plus 5. Okay?